Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Leela Web Dev. Today we are diving into the world of readable streams in the Node.js. How they work, why they are powerful, and how they handle the large files efficiently using the chunks and also the backpressure. So this video is a continuation of our previous session on writable streams. If you missed that, check the link in our playlist so that you can have an idea about the writable streams also. Now in this video we are learning about the readable streams. So let's clean up first the project about this one. So right now here I am having test.txt writemore.js file which we have did it, right? So I will move these two files into the writable folder. So I have created a new folder and I am moving these files into the writable folder, and I am creating another folder that is nothing but readable folder. So in this readable folder we will try to write the read thing. So let's try to implement setting up the thing. So here I will create a new file that is nothing but readbig.js file. So anything. Okay, so this is our file and I'm adding it. Let's import the fs module, require fs, and here it should be node fs/promises. Okay, first we need to read the file. So first of all we need to read the file. For reading the file, let's say that we are having this writable test.txt file, right? So let's try to run this one again so that we can have the file. Now what I will try to do is, here we are having node writemore.js file. So it is taking some chunks of file. So it has written 2 seconds. Okay, fine. Let's copy this file and I would try to paste it here so that what I would like to read this test.txt file. So it's a pretty huge file. Okay, fine. Cancel. So now we have a test.txt file. I need to read this file. So how can I read this file? First of all, let's try to open the constant file handle, or otherwise let's try to create an immediately invoked function that is nothing but like this. Okay, and here I need to call it, and here I need to keep the async. So this is our function, and here I am reading file handle read is equal to await fs dot open, and I am opening this one file path that is nothing but the test.txt file which I would be trying to read it. So this is the file I am reading it in, and so now we are opening the file with an read flag for reading. Now let's create a readable stream from our file handle. So now here for reading this one, so what I would be trying to do, constant stream read is equal to await, sorry, not await, file handle read dot create read stream. So I will be creating a read stream directly. So I have created a read stream. Readable stream normally emit events. So if you want to get the chunks of data, we should listen to the data event. So let's try to listen to the data event. That is nothing but stream read dot on off data, and you would be getting the chunks here. Okay, chunk, and I will be trying to do the console.log of chunk. So you will be getting each chunk. So fine, that's the thing. So now let's try to run this one. Let's go here, and I will be doing the CLS. Let's go into the readable, and here I will be reading node readbig.js file. So if I try to read this one, so you will be able to see each one, you will be able to get a buffer. Okay, each log shows a different chunk. Instead of loading the full file into the memory, we get it in a manageable pieces. So now what is the size of the each chunk? So let's find out this one. So what is the size of the each chunk? You will be able to see 65,486, something like that. So what is the size of the each chunk? So let's try to add here console.log chunk dot length. Oh, sorry, chunk dot length. So now if I try to do, so here you will be able to see it is around 65,586. So by default the chunk size here is 64 KB. So because fs.createReadStream sets the high watermark to the 64 into 1024. So that is around, if you try to open the calculator, or otherwise I will try to open the Chrome, more than the writable stream, it will be So the internal buffer for this one, let's try to go to the Node.js. Let's go here and open the docs, and let's go to the fs module, that is nothing but file system, and here you will be having a create read stream. So here if you try to see create read stream and all those things in the options, okay, so here in the options somewhere you will be able to see HighWaterMark. Yeah, this is the HighWaterMark, and default is 64 into 1024. So the watermark for this read stream is 64 into 124. So if you take 64 into 124 means how much it will be? It is 65,536. Exactly these many bytes it will be having. Okay, it sets the, by default it sets the HighWaterMark to the 64. Let's verify. We have verified that one in the Node.js docs also. So now, whereas this if we compare this one with the stream.writable, where the default is just 16 KB only. So if you want to change the HighWaterMark value, we can change it for this one. So for example, let's say that here if I want to change the HighWaterMark value means, so here I can give HighWaterMark to 400 bytes. Okay, if I try to give it with the 400 bytes, and if I run this one, okay, you'll be able to see the 400 bytes only. So it is taking around 400 bytes. It's taking too much time, so let it take. Yeah, so the last chunk, the data is only 90 bytes only, so you will be able to see the 400 bytes of data. So now the chunks will be 400 bytes, so we can reset it back to the default one, that is nothing but 64 KB. So I am resetting back. Okay, so fine. So now what I want to do, so we got the chunks of data, so we need to write the read chunks to another file. So now let's copy the contents of our source file into a destination file using a writable stream. So first of all, what we need to do it is, so here we need to create a file that is nothing but destination.txt file, something like this, or otherwise there is no need. So it will be created, right? So here let's try to create a file. Constant file handle write is equal to await fs.open, and here I will be having a file destination.txt, and I would try to open this one in write mode. If the file doesn't exist, automatically the file will be created. And here I will be creating a constant stream write is equal to file handle write dot create write stream. So we have created the write stream for this one. So now we know that, so whenever we get the data, okay, so we need to write that one into here. So we got the chunks of data, that is nothing but the buffer we are getting, and here I can simply use stream write dot write of chunk. That's it. So let's try to see whether we can able to do it or not. So if I try to run this one, done, finished. Within fraction of second it is finished. And if you try to see it here, destination.txt file has been created just as same as the test.txt file. If you try to observe the file size of this one, I don't know whether you are able to see the file size or not. Yeah, here exactly the file size is 3.7 MB and 3.7 MB. We are able to see the test file and the destination file is one and the same only. Both should match exactly. And just like that, we have successfully copied a file using streams. So, but hold on. So this is not an optimal. Why? Most hard drives in our system can read faster than they can write, causing a memory buffer buildup called backpressure. Node will keep buffering unread chunks in memory, just like what happens in a tight for loop writing too fast. To simulate this, let's create a much larger file. I already have a much larger file, that is nothing but you will be having file huge.txt file. Let me copy this one and I will paste it here. So it will let it paste. So it is around 5 GB. So this file, let's try to write it in our destination file. So now, so I am creating, so it has generated around 5.07 GB of file is there. So now let's try to copy this big file using our stream based solution. So let's go to the back to the readbig.js file and now change the file of this one, source file, file handle read, that is nothing but what is that one, file-huge.txt file. So now I will be trying to open that one, which contains 5 GB of data. So now keep an eye on our memory usage in the activity window also. Let's try to go here, activity window, and here I will be trying to keep this one also. So let's try to minimize this one, and here I will try to write this one. So now if you try to check it here, it is going to 37, sorry, so where is that one? Node.js runtime. Yeah, the disk in this one, it is going too much. So it is going on increasing. The disk and all those things, it has went away. So now, because we are reading it quickly, okay, we are reading and writing it. So now, because while we read quickly, we are not waiting for the write to finish before reading is done. See here, memory has went away. So now here, when we are writing here, so this internal buffer has only 16 KB, and this at a time it is sending 64 KB. The remaining data is stored in the memory, and it is trying to write all things. When the buffer is more, it has to drain it. So now it has to, so we are not waiting for the write to finish before reading the next chunk. Even though this completes fast, we are still under back pressure. Okay, so when you try to take it larger files, it will have a back pressure. So now here you are able to see 5.07, it is completed very quickly. So to handle this property, what we need to do, we need to pass the read stream when the write buffer fills up and resume it after it drain. So I will try to explain you this one in our upcoming video. So how to handle this back pressure and all those things here in the stream. So this is all about the stream read data. So as far as what we have learned in this one, you learn how to read the data in the chunks, and also how HighWaterMark affects the buffering. And we will try to learn about the memory issues with the back pressure control. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep tech tutorials. Catch you in the next one video. Don't miss it. That next video we will try to handle this back pressure, how we can do it. Thank you guys.